Today we are going to start our next topic, that is transportation in human beings of chapter life processes. So the transportation in human beings takes place through three components or with the help of three components. So we can write those three components. So the first component of transportation system is blood. So blood carries all the nutrients and hormones, enzymes, etc. inside it. So it is the transportation medium. Then second component is heart. So heart is the pumping machine. So it pumps the blood to other organ or other parts of the body. Then third component is vessels. So vessels carries the blood. So these three components makes the transportation in human beings easy. So these are the three main components for the transportation of nutrients or transportation of materials inside our body. So first we will see the blood, that is first component of transportation system or transportatory system. So number one is blood. So first we will see what is blood. So blood is a fluid like structure or fluid like components which flows inside our body. It has some special types of cells. So it has three kinds of or three components in it. First component is RBCs, second is WBCs, third platelet. So RBCs means red blood cells, red blood cells. Then WBCs means white blood cells, and platelets are the other types of cells. So these RBCs carries the oxygen. So the function of RBC is to carry oxygen. So this RBCs or this RBC cells have hemoglobin pigment. These are having hemoglobin pigment inside their cell structure. So this hemoglobin binds with oxygen. So this oxygen comes from respiratory system in human beings. So in our last topic we have already discussed how this oxygen enters the blood. So this hemoglobin binds with the oxygen. So it has the affinity to bind with the oxygen. Then after the binding, these RBCs carries the oxygen to our body. Then WBCs. WBCs are the army of our cells. So they fight against foreign bodies or harmful substances. So this function is RBC's function is to carry oxygen, and for WBCs fight against enemies. Then for platelets are helping in the clotting of blood. Whenever we are getting cut or having some injuries, our blood comes out. So these platelets are helping the clotting of blood. So it stops the bleeding. Then this is all about the first component, that is blood. So beside this, blood also has plasma. So plasma is the fluid content which is containing proteins like nutrients, hormones, enzymes, etc. So plasma is a fluid which carries nutrients as well as RBCs, WBCs and platelets. So these are the components of blood. Now we will look at the second component of transportation system, that is heart. So the heart is pumping machine which pumps the blood to other parts of our body. So it is the pumping machine which pumps the blood. So it has some special kinds of structures. So first of all we will see the heart of human beings. So in human beings, heart is of 4 chambered. So human beings or mammals have 4 chambered heart. 4 chambered heart. So these 4 chambers are divided into 4 compartments, like these are the 4 compartment, left side and right side. So 4 chambered heart, so it has upper and lower part also. So this is the left chamber. So upper part is known as atrium, atrium or auricle, then this left or lower left part is known as left ventricle. This right part is known as right atrium or auricle. This is known as right ventricle. So this compartment is helpful for to distinguish or to differentiate 2 types of blood. So our body has 2 types of blood. One is oxygenated blood which has oxygen in it. One is deoxygenated blood, which is oxygen is used in respiration. So carbon dioxide mixed with the blood, so it becomes deoxygenated. So left part of our heart deals with oxygenated blood, it carries oxygenated blood, and right part carries deoxygenated blood. So our heart deals with the 2 types of blood, one oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood. So these are the compartments of our heart. So it has 4 chambers, upper 2 chambers, lower 2 chambers, or left 2 chambers, right 2 chambers. So left one is dealing with the oxygenated blood and right one is dealing with the deoxygenated blood. So upper part has atrium, lower part has ventricle. So this is all about chambers. Now we will see the vessels attached to it. So it has veins, first we will see it has arteries, then second veins. So these are the structures, which carries the blood towards the body or towards the heart. So these arteries take away blood from heart, then these arteries brings blood towards or to heart from body parts. So the blood which is going towards the body will be oxygenated. The blood will be oxygenated, which the blood going away from heart will be oxygenated except one. That is, exception is, we can write arteries carries oxygenated blood. One exception is there only. Exception is pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood. It carries deoxygenated blood. This is the exception for arteries. And veins, these veins carries, these veins carries deoxygenated blood, deoxygenated blood, but only exception is there, the pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood. So this is all about vessels which carries the blood. So one vessel, that is artery, take away the blood from heart. Which type of blood? Oxygenated blood, except pulmonary artery which carries deoxygenated blood to lungs for oxygenation. Then veins. Veins bring blood towards the heart from body parts, that is deoxygenated blood, except pulmonary vein which carries oxygenated blood. So now we will see the positions of these vessels. So this is this structural representation of heart. It has 4 chambered, upper chambered, lower chambered, left and right chamber. So in left side it is dealing with the oxygenated blood. So oxygenated blood, whenever oxygenated blood is coming, then oxygenated blood is coming from our lungs. So from lungs oxygenated blood comes, oxygenated blood comes, and from pulmonary artery deoxygenated blood goes to lungs. So these are the structures which are connected to lungs for the oxygenation. So these are the vessels. One is pulmonary vein, second is pulmonary artery. So this pulmonary vein is connected to left atrium, which takes oxygenated blood via pulmonary vein from lungs. So lungs give oxygenated blood because lung is the respiratory organ which gives oxygen to blood. So the blood coming from lungs via pulmonary vein is bringing oxygenated blood. So this oxygenated blood comes to left atrium, then after left atrium goes to left ventricle, then from left ventricle the blood is pumped to other body parts of our body. So the parts of our body taking the blood from the largest artery known as aorta. So aorta is the largest artery. So this is all about the left side. Now we will deal with the right side. Right side deals with the deoxygenated blood. So deoxygenated blood, so from where it will come? It will come from our body, because our body parts are using oxygen for the energy process. So after the energy process, the blood will become rich in the concentration of carbon dioxide. So it will become deoxygenated blood. So deoxygenated blood will comes back to heart, then from heart it will goes to lungs. So from where it will come? From body via veins. So special types of veins are there. First is superior vena cava. It brings blood from upper body, superior vena cava, and one is inferior vena cava, which brings blood from lower body parts. So this vena cava or special types of veins connected to right atrium. So the deoxygenated blood will enters from superior vena cava to right atrium, then from atrium it will goes to right ventricle, which is the lower part. Then this right ventricle will pump the blood inside the pulmonary artery, which is connected to lungs. So this deoxygenated blood will goes to lungs via pulmonary artery for the oxygenation process. Then lungs will give oxygen and takes carbon dioxide. Then this oxygenated blood will comes back via pulmonary vein into left chamber. So you have to understand that the left part is dealing with the oxygenated blood, right part is dealing with the deoxygenated blood. So oxygenated blood will come from lungs and deoxygenated blood will comes from our body. Now we will see the mechanism of transportation, that is double circulation. So what is a double circulation? So in our body, blood goes to heart twice in a single circulation. So that's why it is known as double circulation. So we will discuss about double circulation. Double circulation. So because our heart is 4-chambered heart, so first it has pulmonary circulation. So whenever the term pulmonary comes, you need to remember that it is connected to lungs. That's why its name is pulmonary. So suppose these are the lungs and this is the heart. Okay, it is connected to vessels. So two types of vessels are there, one is artery, one is vein. So artery's function is to take away blood from heart. So from heart the blood will goes to lungs with the help of artery. Which artery? Special artery known as pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery. So the blood is going from heart to lungs. So which type of blood will be there? Deoxygenated, because heart will send the blood towards lungs, that is deoxygenated blood for the oxygenation. So here I will write deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood will goes to lungs via pulmonary artery. Now second is pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein. So pulmonary vein, so the main function of vein is to bring blood from body parts. So whenever from lungs the blood is coming to heart, it will be oxygenated blood because the blood is coming from lungs. So it will be oxygenated blood. So this is the first circulation, that is pulmonary circulation. Now we will see the second, that is systemic circulation. So this heart sending the blood, this heart is sending blood to body parts. So the function of taking away the blood is of arteries. So the largest artery is aorta. So heart will send oxygenated blood. Heart will send oxygenated blood towards body. Then this body will consume the oxygen of blood. Then this blood will become deoxygenated. This blood will become deoxygenated because we are using oxygen and giving carbon dioxide to the blood. So this blood will be deoxygenated. This blood will be deoxygenated. Then this deoxygenated blood will goes to heart via veins. Special types of veins, that is vena cava. Superior and inferior vena cava. So this is the systemic circulation. So the circulation is occurring twice, first lungs and heart, and second heart and body. So this two types of circulation is known as double circulation. First is pulmonary circulation and second is systemic circulation. Then after that some special types of structures are present in our heart, that is valves. So it has valves, that arteries are also having valves because to prevent backflow of blood, because blood can be reverse or flows backward. So to prevent this backflow of blood, valves are present. So ventricular valves are there, articular valves are there. Now we will see the third part. First part was blood, second was heart. Now we will see third part, that is vessels. So vessels are the medium for the transporting blood. So they transport blood. So three types of vessels are there. First is artery, second vein, the arteries, veins, then third are capillaries. Third is capillary. So arteries have thick wall, they have elastic wall because they send blood away from heart, so the pressure will be more. So to fight with that, or to ensure the pressure, wall pressure exerted by the blood, the walls of arteries are thick to prevent rupturing of walls. So arteries have thick wall, elastic walls. Veins have thin walls, and they have valves. For the prevention of backflow of blood. Veins do not have valves. Then capillaries. So arteries take away the blood. Arteries take away the blood from heart. Veins bring blood to heart from body. Then these capillaries are the subdivisions of arteries. These are the subdivision of arteries. These are single cell thick, means they are very thin. They are having a single layer in their walls. So these are responsible for exchange of materials. Like food, gases, hormones, etc. So these are the medium of exchange of materials. So these are three types of vessels: artery, veins, capillary. So the transportation in human beings takes place with the help of three components. So first component was blood, second was heart, that is pumping machine, then third is vessel. So vessel are of three types: arteries, veins and capillaries. So here we can conclude our topic, that is transportation in human beings.